All right.
I'm dropping the F-bomb.
So
Free Willy.
We are live. Welcome back to the Popcorn Talk podcast, where we talk about media, movies, and the like.
What the hell are we talking about today?
Today's a special episode, but let's get the intros out of the way. We have Bat Kai, Kyle.
Yo.
We have the Handsome Cat,
Sayonara.
We have Dr. Squiggles, me, Deshae Reno.
Ugly.
And we have a new guest on the show,
Newman.
Basura Bob, A.K.A. Lolo, also known as the Trash Man.
I thought his name was Newman. For a
It's
new
Newman!
For a new man. Newman.
Are we talking Newman from Jurassic Park?
I was about to say, ain't you that fat guy from Jurassic Park who got him?
No, Seinfeld. Come on, keep up.
Oh, George!
Oh, sorry. I meant Third Rock from the Sun, okay?
I call him Officer Nasty.
You want to explain your whole shtick, my man?
I am a self-proclaimed professional at so bad that they're good movies and just shit movies in general.
Okay, so
Well,
as you can probably tell by the title screen.
Well, no, it was 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That was
So
5 minutes.
as you can tell by the title screen, we're reviewing a very special movie today. We're reviewing the cult classic.
Cult classic.
I'm labeling that
You're using that term awful loose.
Yeah.
Velocipastor. A true holy man's movie.
I am not a religious man.
But I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is.
But I know what AIDS is, and that's what this movie is.
So I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I genuinely thought the movie was kind of just it was a bad movie, obviously, but it knows what it is, and I think it's really funny.
It knows what it is.
He's not wrong.
I think the editor knows more what it is than
Exactly.
the actual directors.
Hence the
knows
beginning
what-
scene in the literal first few minutes of this movie. The pastor Doug Jones. Let's get that reference out of the way. Doug Jones, famous fucking body actor for a lot of famous movies like Hellboy, and he was also the Pale Man in what was it? Pan's Labyrinth.
He was a Silver Surfer.
He was a Silver Surfer as well.
Ah.
And his parents fucking get car bombed, and the effects just the car disappears and it says insert effects here or something like that.
Insert car
It
explosion
said
effects.
VFX, car on fire.
Yeah.
And he's just screaming in the fucking steeple, just like, no!
And I'll spoil it. I'll spoil it now, but 15 minutes later, a guy who's saying that he car bombed the thing, he says there's supposed to be even more effects. There's blood and gore flying everywhere. It's like,
We'll get to that.
What I'm saying is
Well, at least that part had fire.
that's what I'm saying, but it's for a fact they couldn't afford any of those effects for that car exploding.
The editing in this movie.
They only have one Honda.
I'm gonna give this fucking.
That's true.
I'm gonna give this a really quick warning to a lot of people. If you have epilepsy of any kind, if you have a risk of going into stroke, don't watch this movie.
At about the 45-minute mark, there is a sex scene. It's not something that's explicitly sex, but during that whole thing, it's a catch-up point to where they're at right now. And it's done in a little epilepsy type style. It's not great because it's trying to go with the music, and it's not a good look for it. It's I don't get epilepsy, but even that was hurting my eyes just a little bit.
Yeah, the BPM was way too fast.
Yeah,
but it this movie definitely feels like an early 2000s fucking MTV music video.
It felt like a 1980s crap movie.
the voice acting, the editing, the way the film was shot feels 80s. The music felt like it was straight out of the early 2000s to late 90s.
80s up until the point that he gets the fucking the Terminator leather jacket.
It felt about as campy as the 80 movies Bloody Bloody Bible Camp.
Yeah.
I think it's
I remember that.
I think it's a Slayaway Camp.
Oh no, we watched that one too.
Sleepaway Camp was good.
That was a
I
good
was
movie.
actually all on board with Bloody Bloody Bible Camp because up until the last 3 minutes of the movie, you can tell that they attempted to try to act until the final fight scene.
Stop.
And it's oh my! I'm like, what the hell was this transition?
It's on par with fucking Troll 2's. Oh my god!
No,
That was good.
That was good.
I think what probably happened, I haven't seen that film, but I'm sure what happened was that they're in the editing room for that final scene, oh, this movie isn't good. Let's just throw it to the wall at the very end.
Let's just make it really funny or something.
We've got 1 day left of shooting. Let's just screw it. Whatever. First take, we'll just do it.
Yeah, fair.
No, it was a good movie.
Yeah,
Christ Vampire Hunter.
what?
Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter.
watched
Did
that.
Abe-
That's gonna be another episode.
Did Abe Lincoln get a sequel? I don't remember watching that one.
It's called Castlevania. Get with it.
That's gonna be another comparison. It's Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter versus Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
Abraham Lincoln is 1,000 times better.
Okay, we don't need that episode no more.
later.
I still want to watch it though because I don't think I've ever seen Abraham Lincoln Vampire
It's on
Hunter.
HBO.
Is it on HBO?
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it then.
Bruh,
It's a great movie.
Well, I heard a lot of things about it. I didn't know what to think of it though.
I heard a lot
It's
of things
historically accurate. Because that's exactly what happened.
he lived at the end of the movie, you know, I'm just
He
saying.
gave the Gettysburg Address in the last scene.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want Abraham Lincoln fighting vampires, just play Evil West. It's around the same time.
Fair, fair.
Oh, that's true.
What game?
So yeah, well, sorry. Before we get into a review of Evil West,
I haven't beaten it yet.
let's review Velocipastor first. Now let's start with Carol. Hello.
You want to know something? I
It's a
noticed-
Ricky fucking Mermaid.
Hits her with the palm of his hand, not with a slap, but in a backhand motion, but still with his palm. So his palm facing outwards.
So you know why they call me Frankie fucking Mermaid?
Swimming in
Because
bitches.
I'm swimming in bitches. Probably one of the best characters I've seen in a bad movie in a
Told
while.
you.
Holy
told
fuck.
Pretty good.
Oh my
Too bad it got
god.
offed off very early.
Just think about the most stereotypical, like, pimp, like evil pimp.
Evil pimp.
Kills people for fun, or no,
It was an order.
It was an order from someone. It's like,
Well, he
there's
says sometimes for fun. Sometimes I tell people to kill people. Sometimes people tell me to kill people.
He just doesn't do it out of malice. Never malice.
That's fair. He's
He
never
threw a
angry while he
baby
does
into the
it.
river.
Not out of malice, for fun.
He emphasized that with the reference.
Yeah.
This is one time. He reminds me of Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2. Just like he's got that sort of like cadence to him, where it's like, it's these old people getting in their car bombed them, and then one of your priest friends comes out. He's like, oh no!
Mom and dad, like it's his real parents or something.
No, and then meanwhile,
When's the
like, in
last
the
time-
background, it's the vignettes over the fucking priest. He's just like,
He's a freaking 90s Friday morning cartoon villain.
This just yelled out Yosemite Sam, Black Jack, Shellac.
Yeah. He turned into Cobra Commander for a second.
When's the last time you confessed, my son? Oh boy, you're gonna put me on the spot like that, huh?
Like 2 years.
I rape, I murder, I
go back
do
about
what I
4
sell
months.
drugs.
If you take the best way to describe Frankie Mermaid is if you took Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force
He didn't look like Carl.
He did, down to his hairline.
It's longer.
and give him Ron Jeremy's hair, but with the balding spot on top,
Yeah.
That's just Carl.
as well as Captain Lou Albano's voice.
Yeah.
That was
That's Frankie fucking
This is Mario. This is our true Mario voice actor.
I met Sidney Lopner once, you know.
So then, at certain points, the hooker is going to the park that as a porn.
As one would.
We didn't even
As
say
one
how
would.
he got his powers.
He
Oh,
went to
yeah.
China.
He travels to China. A woman with
To get away from his parents' murder.
No, to go to an area where
God couldn't find
see
him. Yeah, God
China.
couldn't see him.
And if God could, he believed. If he could find God there, he should continue to believe in his faith.
So then we have a
in your
Chinese woman running in the forest away from some unseen threat, and she's
Oh, we see what the
stabbed in the back with an arrow.
I'll say we see the threat. It's just some random ninja.
Like the Foot Clan is in this movie from the fucking TMNT series.
I would have got that. They wouldn't be hired by the Foot Clan.
This, this is the hand, foot, and mouth clan.
The Reject Clan.
Yeah.
It's like
They're on the. We'll call you backless.
Yeah, so they're the backups.
yeah, they're the
It's like
They're the outliers from the Shirai Ryu.
was it?
they're
File.
the D team.
Well, it's like Star Balls.
Bring out F team.
It's like Star Balls and stunt doubles. You idiot! You captured the stunt doubles. It's like them. That's them. It's their stunt doubles. We're the stunt
Oh
doubles.
shit. So like she gets shot with an arrow in the back, and then our Pastor Jones finds her and just can't understand what she's saying because she's trying to hand him off this raptor claw. What was it called again?
It was a tooth.
It was a tooth. Okay.
Dragon Warrior.
The Dragon Warrior tooth, and then she's trying to explain, like, destroy it because it could bring nothing but evil. And then he's just like, "You want me to take it?
Yeah.
You want me to take it?"
Yeah, he's the
like,
one
"Destroy
person.
it."
He's the one person in this movie who didn't completely understand Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Taiwanese, whatever the fuck language they were using.
You don't say.
But everyone else completely understood, responded in English. They understood, responded in their home language.
Including
he was
him.
the only person who was left out of this fucking loop.
His priest knew fucking
I was saying,
Chinese.
even the father knew.
Well, he was in Vietnam. Remember, he fought.
He
in
wasn't Vietnam,
War.
but that's still not Chinese.
Well, he's still used to hearing the trees speak Vietnamese, so he's like, it haunts him every night in his sleep.
I mean, that one tree did look like it had an eye, so.
So, and how he gets the Velociraptor powers is that he bumps into the tiniest twig of a tree.
It was like a branch.
Exactly, it's the
Yeah,
tiniest twig of a tree, and then
Puts a slit in his hand.
The dullest part of the tooth cuts his hand like a knife.
Yeah,
And then
like,
it passes out.
yeah, like we're about to make a blood oath.
Exactly, he's about to make a blood. He made a blood pact with the dullest tooth ever. And then he wakes up
It
back
literally
home.
looks like they got that from like a gift shop over at like a museum or something like
It looked
Yeah.
like they painted your bottle opener. And
that. Oh,
Painted my-
the metal
my-
raptor claw.
they painted over it, gave it some texturing paint, and called it good.
And, then,
There we go.
and with that, he wakes up back home. He's back home
He's
safe and
sweating.
sound.
I will give him this. The actual like not the makeup, but the way they make characters look like they've been through shit is actually pretty decent. Like the sweating and everything, they did that pretty
It's
decent.
probably just a spray bottle.
It probably is. Yeah, it's just
Classic
simple,
spray
right?
bottle.
Can I say something there?
Yeah, yeah.
You want to know something sad? This movie made 2018. 2019?
2019.
2019. It had more of an explanation of how the fuck did I get home than The Dark Knight Rises did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bruce Wayne was broke in the middle of butt-fuck Indonesia nowhere, I don't fucking know, in a hole in the ground, with no money, no sources, no phone. He may have been able to speak some languages and do some weird favors no one wants to talk about to get home, but somehow he still got home in time for that bomb to go off.
Right?
And get clean shaven.
Yeah.
And fix his-
Look, they just weren't in time to bomb anything, alright? He just really wanted to take
He
his
slapped
time.
on that Manscaped and he was perfect.
Like 4.0.
Yeah, he's got the
Our
lawnmower.
sponsor today. No.
Take care of your balls. Get the perfume.
Get that ball get that crop preserver ball deodorant.
It stinks. Don't get it.
Dude, I use it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, you don't care
It
about
works
your
for
wife.
me.
Sorry, you don't care about your wife.
No wonder she gets UTIs. Anyway.
So that's why she cries.
That's not what Trojan Fire and Ice is supposed to represent, sir.
It's not supposed to be icy hot. It's supposed to be something different.
No, you don't do icy hot unless you're trying to get back at a bitch.
Exactly.
Let me
Come
tell
with me.
you,
Pay for her.
from experience.
Do you dip your balls in vinegar or something like that?
What?
Huh?
No, I dip them in the stinky jinkies. Get it right.
The stinky jinkies. Nah, you got back at a bitch by sticking your fingers in some icy hot, calling it Vaseline,
Oh.
and then
I might cut this part out.
Call that Vaseline.
we're not cutting any of this out.
Just a bunch of
Yikes.
And all of a sudden,
My grandma watches. I can't shit.
My grandmama watches this show.
We love you, Grandma!
We love you, grandma.
what is there to watch? There's no, there's no
Listen to
video.
this.
Why would you share it to your grandmother?
I share on Facebook.
You can limit who sees your stuff.
This is. I label every episode of this is not for children.
Yeah.
So she's an adult. She can watch this. I'm sorry.
She's cool
I'm
with it.
sorry, grandma. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure grandma. Never mind.
Look, if Kitty from the 90s show was a cool grandma, your grandma could be really cool too.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Even Red got
How do you
cool.
think you
Yeah.
and your parents got here?
The stork, obviously.
The stork?
Okay.
Okay.
So you're saying they're not
So
cool?
grandma fucked a stork?
So you're saying that the Storks movie is accurate?
Woo, let's go!
Woo, let's go.
I haven't heard that name in a minute, man.
I
The
forgot
stork
about that
movie?
movie.
I forgot it existed too.
Oh shit. Where are we at? Oh yeah. When the hooker, I can never remember her name.
You get it correct. She's a hooker, doctor,
She's
lawyer.
a hooker doctor lawyer. Yeah.
HDL. We'll just call it HDL. Hooker Doctor Lawyer. HDL.
HDL. So
You're a dirty
HDL.
double booker.
Dirty Double Booker, yeah.
So HDL
DDB.
is caught in the woods because
It's where the premium items go.
premium items, and you're the one that brings in the big money. Okay. that Frankie Mermaid sends her to the park, apparently, because that's where the good money is.
At the middle of the night.
As someone tries to mug her,
And she said, I don't have money. He's like, neither do I. That's why you're handing it over. As she just said, I don't have any money.
She's going to collect, not receive.
Doug Jones is like going through his transformation, and then he attacks the mugger, and then the guy's like unloading his magazine on this fucking raptor.
He gets about 13 rounds into his chest as he's getting clawed into.
He looks like he's dead, and then he just stands up and just like he starts cocking it back like a revolver now.
Yeah, easier shots.
Like it's an airsoft pistol.
Yeah. It's very accurate, like it's an airsoft pistol. You're not wrong.
And then he dies.
Yeah. And then they wake up.
Then Doug wakes up again.
Then his mannequin head flies at the.
Oh yeah, he rips off his head. A lot of head ripping in this fucking movie.
Yeah, and it goes towards HDL in the background.
Yeah, it rolls off, and it's like obviously like one of those hairstyle mannequins. I know because my sister used to use those for when she was in beauty school.
You're not wrong. I've seen them.
I used to use them for my masks.
Yep. They're really good quality fucking heads, but maybe not for movie making.
Oh no, you're gonna stutter, huh? That's my.
Today, Junior.
Spit it out.
And let's get this out of the way. The raptor doesn't look like a raptor. It looks like a fucking T-Rex.
Hey, hold on. We haven't seen the raptor up till the last 10 minutes of the movie.
We see the head.
You see the head.
You see the head, you see the
The
arms.
movie's not called Velociraptor. It's called Velocipastor. You can't tell me there's security in having a raptor in the movie. Do you know what a raptor looks like, sir?
That's fair.
I've seen Jurassic Park.
No one really
Jurassic
does.
Park?
We just have fossils. For all we know.
Jurassic Park fully admits that they're not historically accurate. They mixed it with frog DNA and other weird reptilian life.
Hey, you know what?
That's fair.
You know what? That's actually more accurate. Since
Fuck me, I was told. Oh my God.
You know, that's actually more accurate nowadays since scientists debunked it, saying that all fucking raptors had feathers back then.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's actually...
I kind of like feather theory.
I'll say that actually holds up then. It did mix it with toad DNA because toads don't have feathers.
Plus, also, velociraptors were the size of turkeys.
They were the size of turkeys.
And they were pissed off little egg-stealing bitches.
And they were about...
I'm sorry.
And then Conky's pretty small.
This don't add up. You could have called it Utah Pastor, but...
that would be too on the nose.
No, because they'd be abducting kids and making the news. But
oh, shit.
And nothing else would happen because, God forbid, we punish the law of God. Anyway.
All right.
Because the Catholics have been getting away with it too long. Is your grandmother Catholic?
No.
Okay.
We won't bring up the Pope.
We're not going to insult... Hey! We're not going to insult Grandma.
It's like, Grandma's not kidding.
We have a cool Pope this time around, right? That man wore an anime robe with Yeezys.
He wore Yeezys with a kimono to his own fucking sermon. Like a fan. I think a fan from Japan gave him that.
They sent him the kimono
and he fucking wore
Kanye
it.
sent him Yeezys.
Kanye is someone you want to represent.
And he's about to hit everyone with
that man made graduation, you leave him alone.
What's God to a non-believer?
Next you're going to say that just because The Kill exists, Jared Leto can do no wrong.
He can do no wrong.
If Jared Leto started coming out and saying, like, you know what? Hitler will write.
Oh,
I believe this was going down. Or Mickey Blue Eyes over there look like he needs more blonde hair. And looks like he's cramping up like that.
Jesus.
Looking like
Well,
Fred
like the
Jones
show?
from episode 2.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let you know I don't want to review that show.
Oh, we are.
Oh, we are?
We can do it. You'll know more as a resident expert.
Okay.
As a resident expert here.
Yeah, he's not watching past episode 2.
No, I won't. I will not watch past episode 2.
But I live with
bad.
But I live with
If I could, I would have walked out of this house during the first 5 minutes of episode 1.
Dude.
Fuck.
I did not like it.
It's the most hate-filled and just mean-spirited show I've ever watched.
The difference is, I live with you.
Oh boy.
Exactly. So you're
on my HBO.
And now we have similar time schedules.
Yeah.
So Dr. Squiggles, now you can watch it
now
with your wife and
here's the thing.
My eyes out!
What are your hours?
8 to 5 with an hour lunch.
Oh shit.
But I'll talk to you more about shit like that. I'll talk to you more about the perks after podcast.
And
But
then depending how my hours go next year, I might get that same schedule. So woo!
yeah. So now, if you want to properly work out, get your gains, and take the anger out in the gym, watch a couple episodes of that and take it out on the racks.
You don't have to. You don't have to work out anymore to lose weight.
He still wants to get toned.
I do.
He wants that muscle
I
build.
want to get into
Stop eating like a fat piece of shit.
Excuse me, I'm on a fucking meal regimen now.
No, you do low calorie, high protein like a real man.
We have that stuff. That's what the HelloFresh stuff is for. Like, we have pre-made meals, essentially.
Look, you
More
need
protein.
You need to cook like Jack and eat raw beef.
Bam!
With salt.
With salt.
That gives you the pump, so yes, do add a lot of salt.
Do it.
Yes. This box right here,
Salt.
full of salt. Eat it.
Eat it. Do it. You won't.
Don't do that.
We'll dig out all the fish and nothing but
Just
salt.
slammed a box of goldfish flavor blasted chips on her fucking.
Don't worry.
So good.
I'm getting gang. Woo! Woo! International Chest Day, Robert Frank. All right, back to the movie now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, so he wakes up in the bed with like the hooker's like at the foot of the bed
with HDL.
with HDL. Yeah, HDL is at the foot of the bed. Like
It's her place.
It's her place. They're having a misunderstanding. Like he thinks that they did something. She doesn't know what happened when he turned into the fucking dinosaur, and he's getting confused. He thinks that he fucked a hooker. So it's like, we can never do that again.
I'm a priest. I can't do this.
Like, was it bad? It's just like, it was just kind of weird. It was.
Like, you want to know if he did good, but at the same time, he's like, I'm a man of God, so in hearing that it's weird, I'm not proud of myself.
And then when she tells him he was a dinosaur, he stands up.
No.
He stands up, completely unclothed, only guarding his junk with a fucking pillow.
Surprisingly jacked for a priest.
Surprisingly jacked, yeah.
And actually does have a montage when he's working out, and he is pretty toned.
Oh yeah, he was pretty lean. He's kind of got that Bubba body,
Yeah, a little bit.
like that toned muscle structure.
Yeah.
But he's got the most feminine feet. I swear to God. Like, when it came into that next time they were in the bed, I thought it was her feet, and then I saw
hairy leg.
and then I saw legs.
Saw tiny whities and hairy
I
legs.
saw legs hairier than mine and Captain Underpants in the bed.
Don't forget the ninjas.
The fucking. I just have a note on here that just says ninjas.
Ninjas are very prevalent in this, as they are the.
That's why I call them the Foot Clan.
They are. What was it?
Christian Templars.
Christian Templars.
The Templar ninjas.
Templar ninjas.
Fucking love it.
For the Lin Kuei.
Luke might felt God.
We have zealot ninjas in here that operate as the antagonists of this movie, and it's fantastic.
Let's talk about their evil plan.
Oh, you're gonna have to say that. I can't remember the evil plan.
To get everyone addicted on
To cocaine.
super cocaine, basically.
Oh shit!
So
And then they're gonna take away the super cocaine, so then they're all addicted.
So now that they only have like the sole supply, so they have to keep coming back to their church.
so they have to save themselves from addiction. They have to go to Christian church,
Fucking God.
Where
where
the
they
super
will create
cocaine
an army
provided.
and then dominate the world, just like the Templars.
I mean, to be honest, that's not the worst plan in the world.
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty. No, I mean it's not the. It's a horrible plan, like moral wise, but it's pretty. It's kind of clever. I'll give them that.
You know, I want to ask them the benefits of that super cocaine. If it's 4 times addictive, is it 4 times more likely to kill me instantly?
Yeah, right. Like
It's like a pinky full.
because they show supply. It's not much. It's like a couple bricks.
Yeah, they have the supply to meet the demand, just so they can get everyone addicted.
So what's
Like,
the
you
dose?
need,
Is it like literally having a Coke finger and that's it?
So it's like,
Grandpa
is it-
Joe's pinky?
Is it the normal line of Coke that's just 4 times addictive? Is that it?
Maybe.
That's pretty good benefits, honestly.
Like, you're just doing that top dollar shit from the Crow, just dip your pinky. Kind of like what old near-do-well kids used to do with, like, Taki powder and Kool-Aid in school.
Or do we have to Scarface it? We're slamming our head down like in a full break. Is it that
Hey, bro, what's your favorite character from Mario?
Oh, so you
Yoshi.
Bullet Bill.
Big Bertha. Big Bertha, the bouncer at the Boom Boom Bar.
Bonsai Bill, that's my favorite.
Bonsai Bill. Monty Mole.
Monty Mole.
Monty Mole.
The water pump from Sunshine.
The flood.
Mario.
Yeah, the flood.
Mario.
Oh my
Next.
god. The fucking water pump that's giving him legal advice.
Look, money.
Oh yeah, by the way, when he had like fucking, I think he gives the HDL a hug or something like that, and then you see him, he's fucking packing heat.
Oh yeah, he's got his fucking chub out.
So
Oh no, he's wearing the orange dress. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
So he doesn't have his clothes because of the transformation.
he's wearing the Velma sweater, and no matter what skin tight on him, his crotch is always gonna be visible to you.
He's got a huge fucking schlong.
It's always poking out.
Packing that schmeat.
This Shmi will always be.
He's like 2 centimeters away from this being NC-17.
For God so loved the
It was
world.
technically rated X.
Was it rated X?
At first, yeah.
Okay.
For God so loved the world, he once gave his only begotten son.
He walked the path of God, and God gave him the gift of
This is
that.
the body of
Bro,
Christ.
what is it
The
about
body of Christ.
This really is the body of
Bro,
Christ.
what is it about devout Christian men that just makes them pack? You know what I mean? Look at Joe. Look at Joey Freak.
Joey's got a 16-inch schlong and fucking balls to match.
Balls to match. You want to breed? That's your man.
You already got a girl though, so.
He's taking. Get another man.
Bro, when you have to throw your dick in the tub just to let it soak before you go in, that's,
I thought this was going to be a nice, humble episode. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be on a cool episode.
psych, you thought.
You thought.
You saw.
You knew this when we were reviewing this movie. Bro, you walked into this.
You showed us a movie about Catholicism and pastors. You
With
think
lots of
that
pastors.
you think that dicks weren't going to be involved?
Riddle.
It was pastors and pastors.
Pastors, pistors, whatever. Detroit Pistons.
Riddled with hookers.
Riddled with a lot of
only
fucking
one,
hookers.
and she's
With
going to
blackjack
school.
and hookers.
There's only one.
One hooker, but she's very prevalent throughout the whole movie.
She's pretty much a main actress.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, because she knows about dinosaurs, and
She also knows Kung Fu,
God.
apparently.
So they're supposed to help each other.
The main cast of this whole movie, your protagonist is a pastor and a hooker.
Yeah, Dr. Lawyer.
Dr. Lawyer, HDL.
HDL, yes.
And don't even remember, in the second one, she's already finished law school.
So she really is a
Lawyer.
hooker
So now
doctor
she's
lawyer.
a hooker
Working
lawyer
on her medical
Lawyer
degree.
doctor.
to become the hooker lawyer doctor.
Yep.
Very low demand.
Fucking HDL's got like as much jobs as Barbie at this point. Fudge.
I mean, she's out of the job like 15 minutes in the movie because Frankie fucking Mermaid's dead.
So now she's just a doctor lawyer.
Yeah, now she's just a DL.
Yeah, she's a DL.
On the download, she's just a DL. DL.
She's down low DL.
Now,
She's downloading the DL.
now she just works pro bono.
Yeah, now she's
She's
just
working Dino Boner now.
yeah, now she's just an L.
I mean, it's here.
Now she's just L.
Yeah, it's a knockout Tammy T-Rex pretty much.
Okay, where are we at this point?
We hit ninjas.
Oh, now here we go. There's a surprisingly low demand for hooker doctor lawyers. Here we go.
So we just hit that.
Yep. So we're on track.
We're on track, actually.
Frankie fucking Mermaid in the fucking confessional.
Okay, we already described that.
That was the first thing we went over, Doc.
Damn it. So like he gets back to his confessional, like after like changing back into his priest garb, and the first person he asks for confessional is Frankie fucking Mermaid, and then he go into the whole spiel about he killed his parents, and then describes the whole scene with blood, guts, and gore, even though he never saw any of that shit.
FX.
It would
FX.
have been more effects they would have had.
Put
But
FX
honestly,
here.
they should have just done the effects from Mortal Kombat. Just had a bunch of rib cages flying out everywhere. over
Dude,
like a
I would have
garbage
loved
fire.
that.
Yeah.
That would be more accurate
Oh
if you
my
wanted to
God.
keep it true to what Frankie was describing. Just 20 rib cages just
My
flying out.
you can't smoke it here.
I'll smoke anywhere I fucking want to. Frankie fucking Mermaid smokes when and where he wants because his life's on fire. That's an actual line from this goddamn movie, folks.
I'm pretty sure Ed Boon from Mortal Kombat has standards.
Put Velocipastor in the next
What, with
Mortal
20 rib
Kombat.
cages flying out?
give me it.
For this level of movie.
You've sinned
I
against
don't know.
God, my
Mortal
child.
Kombat won't go low.
I was about to say, he openly admits Annihilation was his low point, and he'll never go that low again.
Isn't Annihilation one where you travel around as a monk and learn from all the other masters?
No,
Annihilation's
it's
the
the
movie.
movie.
No, Annihilation was a
The
shitty second movie.
terrible CG movie.
It was alright.
Tell me you're going to defend that movie to me.
It's okay.
Mother, I thought you were dead. Too bad you will die.
You want to tell me my fandom's shittiest movie was good? All right, let's have this debate next week. Next week, Dragon Ball versus Mortal
My
Kombat.
man never had a good movie.
Yeah, we have
Bullshit. Tekken was all right. Quit
Yeah,
bitching.
yeah.
Fuck.
Second one's alright.
Alright, fine.
And Street Fighter was okay.
Tekken 2 for a matter. That one.
Yeah, The Legend of Chun-Li.
Well, that's the worst one. I'm just talking
How
about.
excited I was for that movie just to get fucking shit on. I watched it in theaters. I wasted my fucking parents' money.
Lucky hold
I
on.
stole that money fair and square out of my mom's purse.
Hold on.
to watch a shitty movie.
Real quick, Street Fighter live action movies. It went from okay to bad to pretty dang good, which was Assassin's Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wait, there was another one called Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it was a fan made one.
It was
It was really good.
It was a Kickstarter fan film, pretty good.
Why don't
It's the origin story of Ryu and Ken. It's really good.
It's got Goken in it. Fucking
It
origin.
actually got a disc release. You can find it.
It's very good. Honestly, look online. It's probably
It's
on Amazon.
upsetting because they're going to have a sequel, and those actually go into Street Fighter 2 because they walk into the hangar where you fight Guile in Street Fighter 2 game.
Yep. It's like an actual like air hanger. And
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, I think I've seen that clip.
Yeah, so that was
The actors were
teaser
surprisingly
shot.
very well received. They're really good.
It's a really good movie.
It was much like Sonic. They were fans of the property, doing work for fans of the property, with fans by the property.
Exactly.
Don't forget the fans that bullied them into redesign.
We covered that in another episode.
There's a whole
Where
conspiracy with that, but
where bullying mattered.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
It should.
To a point where Ugly Sonic became his own character in a Disney property.
Which some,
Chip and Dale.
yeah, Chip and Dale.
which I don't know if you heard it about that whole small theory. I'll go over it real quick. In Sonic, how they're like, oh, the whole redesign was just a ploy the whole time, right? Because
Yeah.
it was just to get like people just attracted to the movie. Like, oh, it's gonna have an ugly Sonic. If that was the case, then why didn't Sonic take off his glove when he had the bomb on it? It's like if it was attached to his fur or something originally.
Oh, you're
That's
right.
very true. Yeah, that's fair.
Like they're just trying to cover their ass to make themselves look bad.
Yeah.
They were going to definitely go with Ugly Sonic at first, for sure.
Jesus. I remember when I seen that.
Run into Gangster's Paradise.
I
Yeah.
mean, if it looked better, it would have been cool.
And let's talk about like going back to the hand, foot, and mouth clan. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna call them that from now on.
With every race under the sun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Race, yeah.
Only maybe one Asian person in
There
there.
was
the leader.
No, there was two.
Two.
Yeah, one was the leader and the other one
All
whose head
the other
was
one
in
was
the clouds.
remembering. I think it was the lady that got shot with the arrow.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
No,
lady?
she wasn't part of the clan.
Oh, okay.
She was trying to.
I want to go back to my girl.
Yeah. You had the one Asian dude thinking about his wife, and then you had the main leader who was Asian.
In the middle of a stalking mission, he
Yeah.
tried to kill the pastor.
While getting
Pulls
read,
out a fucking clipboard and just like, all right, you go here, you go here.
while getting read the schematics and importance of the mission by an Australian man.
Yeah.
Hey, this clan doesn't judge, alright? They're all men of God.
That's why he's the Foot Clan.
You got that? Good, that's what I
A
like.
bunch of different things from down under
It's
trying
the
to...
Cross Clan.
Dude, it
The
was...
Cross Clan, there you go.
That
Stick with
actually
that.
made no sense, Doc.
The Cross Clan.
They are very selective about who gets picked for different things.
Let's talk about the evil laugh, though. It's like the leader and this fucking like this white high school looking motherfucker comes in.
With the curliest
This
hair.
dude perfect guy comes in.
You have to remember, he is the brother of the bank.
We were gonna get to that. That was gonna be the surprise.
Bro,
That's
he looked like
that's an extra tool we'll save for later.
He looked like he tried to audition for the role of Billy in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and got told no.
You're going here.
You are not gay enough to be the Blue Ranger.
You're traveling to Utah to pretend you're in China, all right? Huh?
So we're gonna look at. So now we're gonna get David Yost, the actual gay guy, to be the Blue Ranger.
Yes.
He's
Oh,
miles better than you'll ever be.
Oh, man.
David Yost is great. I love him. But the whole fucking time that they're like plotting out they're basically laying out their whole plan like right out in the open with just two people, and they're trying to do this whole like evil laugh thing, and then they're trying to get the last laugh. So like evil henchman laughs like really hard, the evil boss laughs really hard. And it's just like back and forth.
It goes on for about 5 minutes.
What?
It goes on for about 5 minutes.
It's just them back and forth,
Just
non-stop.
laughing. Trying to get the literal last laugh.
I think does it cut off or do they just like?
No,
trail off?
it trails off because it pans up to the sky.
Oh, okay. So realistically, you could have been doing that for a few hours.
They did it for a whole day.
For the whole day. That was their training session.
Yeah.
Evil laughs.
Lung-
And they do it by the end too.
Lung
That kid
capacity.
doesn't train once in this goddamn movie.
Yeah.
Lung capacity is very important for fighting.
Huh.
Let's get right there. So, oh yeah, hiding skill. Oh, so so I literally have my next note is called hiding skill 100%.
Oh.
It's the scene where he's like reading about like crime and fucking dinosaurs.
Oh.
So he hides the big ass textbook in the Bible, which
Okay.
is like half the size.
So this is right after that. That's when the training montage happens.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So they have a training montage. It seems pretty normal-ish, where it's just like he's working out, he's doing the pasture things, and then just raptors start coming in here and there.
did I get the
whole
training montage again?
While he's hanging out with the
hooker.
Yes.
Dr. Lore.
Dr. Lord,
Yes.
HDL. Yeah, throughout the whole time, then it's like near the end, there's like more raptors. It's like, I don't think you got this under control. There's more raptors now.
Yeah. Fuck.
And then he's reading about crime too,
Yep.
and hides it with a very small book. And the book's literally crime 2 is twice the size of the book he's trying to hide.
The
it
book
with.
he's trying to hide is the Bible.
Yeah.
That's the Bible. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The crime 2 book is twice the size of the other book.
It's like a textbook. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very small.
And then he's like,
It's like a pocket
he has
journal.
open and out, just like the dinosaurs book, which they've stated in the movie is just like, dinosaurs never existed, and even if they did, I don't turn into one.
I mean, very logical. I don't think you can turn into a raptor. You can try to explain
Well,
it.
I mean, I've tried, but...
So then they start getting exercised by Voltaire.
Fucking Voltaire's in this movie. Voltaire's in this goddamn movie. He's
Voltaire.
actually very good. He's actually very good, honestly.
Voltaire's name is Altier, and Altier is a war friend with the father.
Which doesn't make sense because
He got shot in the chest.
Yeah.
Very bad.
No, it was a different guy. It was a different guy named Ali.
Ali.
Yeah, Ali is like related to him somehow or something like that.
Might be his brother or something.
Probably. But
Altier, Ali, but yeah, so they go into a huge flashback in the war.
we
and
forgot
then-
we forgot the most important scene. The literal like reference to the Uncle Ben scene that they had before he went into fucking priest college.
Boo.
Boo.
It was alright.
It was alright. Yeah. He gives the hugs, he goes to priest college, and then they go to the exorcism scene. And it's just literally like, it's a church. It's a church.
Well, again-
But if you go inside, it's like a fucking voodoo priest's workshop from Spirit Halloween.
And then they had the whole Vietnam flashback, and during that whole Vietnam flashback, the father is thinking about his girlfriend's soon-to-be wife, and she just shows up.
she shows up in Vietnam, and she's just like,
right when she's about to hug him.
Father!
Explodes. Literally within like half a foot.
Less than a foot or two.
Literally
The
within like
fucking
half a
proxy
foot.
mine, like right in front of his feet.
Within half a foot of him, and just it combusts into blood.
And then just like fucking wall of blood on his face. He's just like staring in shock and awe.
He's
and then
very-
the guys are just like, oh, good thing he didn't step in that proxy mine. What was she doing out here in the middle of a war
probably
zone?
wanted to start a family.
Probably wanted to start a family. Like, yeah, no shit, right?
I will give the father. I will give the actor that. The guy who played the father, he knows how to be really good at standing still, holding one position for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's very
he
good at
acts
doing that.
very well.
He's very good at doing that. He
Yeah.
sells it pretty funny.
He's such a stiff.
He's very stiff.
He was pretty much a stiff this whole movie.
He's a stickler.
Yeah, and then during the exorcism scene, basically they draw out the Velociraptor in Velocipastor, and
Yeah. And the Velocipastor rips out the father's eye.
you're not you when you're hungry.
Which, alright, so during this exorcism scene, the Velocipastor being thrown out, which is the image we're using right now.
Yep, this is in the middle of the whole exorcism. Like, he gains, like, the raptor claws, he gets the sharp teeth and the fucking slit eyes.
And rips out
he
the-
rips out the father's eye. It just looks like he straight up kills him. But,
Well, I knew that, like, because the way it was like a small orb with very long, like, oh, not his eyeball.
yeah, I thought he bit his neck or something like that.
No, I knew it was an eyeball.
Yeah, and then Voltaire's just staring in shock and awe, just like, oh,
It's the demon! Ah!
it truly is hell on earth.
And then that's how that goes. And then,
He goes to the HDL's house.
yeah.
Goes to HDL's house.
Sins.
And then they have an awkward sex scene. Godfather 3 ate your heart out.
Which is the part that we were talking about earlier, where that's like the halfway point. We were a little bit more than halfway point.
You have
we were-
flash dance across the whole fucking movie.
Well,
I mean, look,
you
the
had to-
sex scene wasn't even that good to begin with, so they had to try and add a little bit of flair, but they just thought,
epilepsy is the best way to do it.
yeah, might as well shake
If
it.
people
to it.
have a seizure, they can't watch the movie.
Do not watch this movie if you have epilepsy.
The rest of the movie's only for the strong, so we must execute the weak.
Oh yeah, you don't see the full raptor until like the last few.
Oh, it's
last
great.
5 minutes.
Last 5 minutes.
Last
yeah.
5 to 10 minutes.
You don't see Quasi-Raptor, the Quasimodo Raptor, until like the last few minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
This raptor's built like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
It really is.
Oh yeah, and then right after that sex scene, ninjas and nubs. This is when you see like he's packing heat again in his fucking Captain Underpants outfit.
It turns to a literal Power Rangers scene. Just
They're fighting like ninjas just like fly through the fucking windows, and then they get out of the bed. They start doing fucking kung fu moves and just.
The HCO somehow knows how to fight and like kicks the dude in the face.
Yeah.
If Captain Underpants was in live action, it'd be this scene right there.
Yes. When he gets superpowers and just like turns into fucking Superman.
Well, no, then he starts fighting in his underwear. That's literally it. That's how the Captain Underpants live action would work.
Except it would be an NC-17 Captain Underpants because he was packing a chub.
No, they have him wearing a cup and throughout the whole of Captain Underpants.
No, what I don't get. How do you find out that the other father was dead?
How did he? Yeah.
He just automatically assumed he was dead.
Because like I think he assumed he was dead like after he had fucking attacked him. So I guess it's just like not knowledge to him that he survived and then he was killed later on. So I guess he is dead at this point.
Which is true. Somehow
Because Catholic priests are all of hive mind.
Which is true because somehow the ninjas find the father during the pasture and Hooker's sex scene, and then that's when they lay out the plans of getting super cocaine out into the public.
Yeah,
and then stripping it away.
Stripping it away from the public.
Yeah. And since the father does not agree with it, they kill the father right then and there.
And stab him with an arrow.
And then this basically turns into Assassin's Creed: The Holy Fist.
Assassin's Creed: The Holy Fist. Yeah.
Because these are labeled the Templar ninjas, and then they laid out their whole plan, and then they explained their whole creed and everything.
And they're literally
basically Assassin's Creed.
It's literally just a holy war.
Yeah, it is a holy war. So it's a holy proxy war.
Yeah, so it's literally just Assassin's Creed: The Holy Fist.
And then it's revealed in the fight scene that they're having. Oh, so let me get to there. They get into the fucking battlefield after Pastor Jones gets a leather jacket on and becomes a Terminator.
I was saying,
when he leaves his faith.
I was saying, would it be more akin called the movie Assassin's Creed: The Holy Raptor?
The Holy Raptor. Yes. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So he gets the fucking leather jacket and becomes basically a gun-toting badass, which changes halfway through the fucking fight scene. Like, it goes from, like, a biker jacket to, like, Cyclops' jacket.
It doesn't even change during the fight scene. It changes, like, right when they get into the fight scene.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
It's like you put on the jacket, it's like, nah, it's too warm out here.
It's like, it's too hot to find a leather jacket, man. It's constricting.
Oh, we forgot about the beginning where he's in the car and it's nighttime in the car.
Oh, the very beginning of the movie.
Damn it.
The very beginning of the movie, right, during the intro credits.
It looks like they filmed it at night, but then they use effects to make it look like it's daytime outside the windows.
Hey, you just really wanted to jump right into Frankie Mermaid, man.
You really did.
Sorry, Frankie Mermaid's great.
I told you.
I think Frankie Mermaid was your favorite character more than Kyle.
Honestly, I think so, because I don't think Kyle liked this movie at all.
You did it?
No, he was looking down a whole lot.
You think I was joking with that 2-star rating?
No, don't worry, Kyle. I saw you were looking down a whole lot.
That movie is a 5.
I don't know about a 5, but it's not the worst movie I've ever seen. I'll tell you what.
5 out of 10.
Out of 50, maybe.
So
10 out of 100. I'll give it that.
where are we at? Okay, so we do the ha-ha scene again. There's another fucking laugh fight that happens between the lead guy and the fucking...
So this is when they revealed that the American Ninja with the super curly hair is actually Pastor's brother. And
he was in every scene of a flashback, just off screen a little bit.
You're my only son.
He's like in the trunk or something.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't like in the trunk.
Yeah. He's gonna kill his brother with the sword and goes, I'm not gonna stain my sword with the blood of your ancestors. And I pointed out, I'm like, but that's your ancestors too, you dip.
And then like 2 minutes later, they're like,
yeah,
you fucking my ancestors are your ancestors.
It's like, okay, thank you for pointing it out. It's the same family lineage.
And then we have a fucking giant ninja fight with our fully revealed fucking dinosaur.
Well, hold on, because before that, right when the pastor says that, he pulls a sword with his holy powers like it's Star Wars.
No, that was at the end of the fight when he
No, with his brother.
It was at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, because the second half is after he's getting revenge for the hooker lawyer that gets slashed in
fever dream.
Yeah. So the pastor kills his brother using his holy powers by grabbing the sword like it's force lightning.
Yes. He grabs it, he's like, your ancestors are my ancestors too.
Stabs his brother in the thigh, basically.
And then just fucking Evil Dead's his face. Just blood everywhere.
And Super Big Ninja comes out and just does a tiny slash to the hooker lawyer. And he's very upset that he did that too. He's very upset.
No, yeah, he slashes her across the chest. Not a very deep cut, but it's like maybe it's deeper on the inside.
And he's holding his face.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's holding his face like, oh, I just did that. Oh,
oh god.
Oh, that's a lot of blood.
Well, he's a Christian ninja, so he was really, he's really taking it back.
Yeah, he's very upset with how deep he cut her. And with that activates the final scene where we get to see the Velocipastor in its full. And it's not great.
It's like
every effect up until that point was pretty good, and
it looks like one of the inflatable suits from Party City, a little bit, just like a little bit more higher quality. Like
I don't know about higher.
I have an inflatable suit in the backseat of my car. Trust me, way higher quality. And my suit was only My suit was only like maybe $40 that Bubba spent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this movie, what was the budget for this movie again?
$36,000.
$36,000. There we go.
And with that dinosaur, you can see the actor's head poking through the back, and it makes it look like that Velociraptor's got some very bad back problems.
Yeah, bro, it looks like he got the mumps. I'm trying to understand.
He looks like Igor from the fucking Victor Frankenstein movie.
Yeah.
Where he has the fucking cyst on his back. He's not really a hunchback.
Yeah.
You just gotta stab that and watch the ooze come out.
And then you get probably one of the worst fight scenes ever.
Oh yeah, the fucking...
Bro, no one could see where the hell they were going. It was all just like...
There was a lot of flipping and flailing. I think up till that point, that's when it was pretty bad.
Pastor Jones uses a pair of nunchucks like a club.
Bro, you could have put on that Take Me to the Circus song. That...
Yeah, it was pretty bad. After that whole fight scene goes down, the Velocipastor wins against all the grunts, and then the Grandmaster comes out and shoots him with the anti-venom arrow, which turns him back.
He labels it as like old remedy that they used for when they were fighting old lizard people. Like, giving a backstory to the tooth, apparently it's the last of, like, a bunch of relics
Again,
from a species of people that they fought in the past.
Again, so the anti-venom arrow.
The anti-venom
Quite literally.
arrow, yeah.
He hits him with it, and he's taunting in his face, but the raptor has one last trick up his sleeve, a still raptor hand. And he rips off the master's head.
Rips off his fucking head for way too fucking long.
While he's laughing. Not the pastor, the evil villain. He's laughing while he's getting his head ripped off.
Yeah, that's
it's like a very elongated finisher from Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
I really thought when he ripped off his head, I thought he was going to
place it back on.
Yeah, I think he's going to place it back on, and they're just going to continue the fight.
Oh, shit. That hurt.
Yeah. Nice move. I got one more trick. Like, that would have been...
Harness the powers of chi. I was able to reattach my head.
Like, if they wanted to go, like, full on, because everyone keeps saying it in the reviews, like, this movie's
Super cocaine's one hell of a drug.
No, they keep saying throughout this whole... Well, all the people who made reviews for this movie keep saying, like, the movie's very self-aware.
Yeah.
I think the editor is more self-aware than the director himself.
Yeah.
Because if the director was more self-aware, it would have gone more cheesy towards the end. Instead,
Well, the director was the editor and the writer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he
Just like how we doing with the fucking Llamageddon, yeah.
Well, I felt like the editing was more self-aware than the actual
Oh,
writing.
absolutely. Especially with that insert FX here, sort of.
Yeah, you can definitely tell he had more experience with fucking like iMovie more than
Than
his
directing.
iPhone.
Yeah. Because, again, I think they could have had more fun with the final, 5 minutes. Because the final 5 minutes, I think, felt very flat.
So then they do the whole fucking fight, and oh my god!
The final fight?
Oh, by the way, well, right when he pulls the head off, and there's like a still frame of a quote from Gandhi saying as though like if we abolish all violence, then we can finally have world peace. As he's screaming with his head ripped off, and then it continues the scene after that.
Oh, right, it doesn't end there. Right.
I thought it was going to end after that fact, but then it keeps going.
He goes to the doctor's office.
And she's fine.
She's fine. Big bold letters. She's fine.
In literal bold text, she's fine as she looks like she's about to get her teeth operated.
They're not hospital, like full blown, like paper fucking apron that you get at the orthodontist or something. You're getting braces put on.
You're getting your teeth checked up.
I know that too fucking well.
You're getting your teeth checked up, not your torso checked out.
And then in the next scene, she's like wearing the same goddamn clothes that she went to the hospital in.
Yep.
And I think they, what was the last line? Like they dedicate their lives to like fighting evil or something like that.
He had to abandon the church because he was banned or something like that.
I think it's like his pastor banned him from the church.
No, because he's dead.
Oh, because he killed a bunch of people. That's right.
No, he leaves the church because of what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, because the father's dead. He doesn't remember.
Because he himself becomes a whore now, who smokes.
Now he's a
And
gun
wears
toter.
leather jackets.
Now he wears leather jackets and fucks bitches.
He's like
Because
Poopy's
you have to
dog.
remember, the villains are from the same church, and they said that
They are.
It says
That's
it
right.
goes further than just them. It's global.
Oh, fuck.
So he leaves the church because the church.
So now he's purging the church.
Is the bad guy? Yeah.
He's purging the church.
The Christians are evil all along.
And the sequel's gonna be in fucking Rome.
It's gonna be Milan,
Milan. There we go. He's
where
gonna be
there's
in
a
Italy.
serial rapist on the loose, and it even says no virgin is safe.
I really think, because the way they set up that castle, it's like on a cliff, it makes me think someone's going to be Dracula. 'Cause it looks just like
It sounds like Dracula.
I wouldn't doubt
it
it.
looks like the little Castlevania castle from the first box art game.
They've released a design for the killer, actually.
You know what? And that makes sense if it was Dracula, because you know what? He does love women.
He does love. He's a man whore.
He is. He loves his women.
Yep.
Obviously, they can't see it on it, but this is the concept art for the killer.
So
It's like Dracula with a knife.
let me see.
That's the concept for the killer.
Oh, fuck, he looks like a. He looks like fucking. What was it, Rembrandt?
Bro, it looks like Tim Burton Mars Attacks with
And
cracked
then
out
these are
hair.
the different knives concepts for the main villain's weapon.
Different knife concepts.
Okay. Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, it's like Satanist knives. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
So it's really meant to be like unholy evil. See, that's
Yeah.
what makes me really think it's going to be like a Dracula-esque like type villain.
Might
It's
be.
gonna be like the Antichrist, because those are the same daggers that
Exactly
take
right.
out Damien.
Yeah.
Right, it's supposed to be something like the ultimate evil towards like Christians, right?
Fair enough. Yeah.
It's still going to be like a partial like partial holy war.
By the way, this was labeled as a horror movie. This is straight up comedy. I'm gonna label.
There's not enough horror in
This
this
is
movie.
not horror. This is funny as fuck.
To where, in the third movie, God willing if it happens, God forbid for me, but God willing if it happens, the ultimate enemy of Catholicism and the church,
Is the Pope.
Bill Burr. No.
Bill Burr.
They're going to have to find and defeat Bill Burr, who is now a vampiric sex lord who gets off on furry orgies with Garfield costumes.
I watched the hell out of that
most
movie.
unholy.
The most unholy.
While sticking his dick in the lasagna.
Now that's,
Mondays, am I right?
now that's just too far. I was up with you until here, then you added the lasagna. Now that's just too much.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the greatest idea that anyone's ever come up with. Shit.
No!
Would Bill Burr actually be on board? I would hope so.
I hope not.
Damn it.
Bill Burr would not sacrifice his... Dude, he was in Star Wars.
He
Shit.
was in Star Wars, yeah.
He's not going to sacrifice his career just for this.
God. So we're at 51 minutes. We've already finished the movie. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about for just a little bit?
They have merch.
Merch?
That doesn't surprise
They
me.
have the VFX merch.
The movie needs to not be made.
They have the
shit.
clip of the on fire car that we don't see.
Jesus Christ. He's looking up merch. My God.
You can get a priest college shirt.
I
All
will.
I'm saying is that
Dude, it's the same-
Velocipastor is probably the easiest Halloween costume you can make.
It's the
Yes.
same damn priest costume I had when Value Village had me sign shaking, dog.
Well,
Wait, do they still have a priest costume on there?
no, it's priest college.
Oh, priest college. Okay.
The best effect in this whole movie is the box art for the movie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You cannot deny that. And the worst effect is the dinosaur outfit near the end.
On it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not even the missing car effect. The missing car effect was just funny because
That was just like a naked gun at
I don't know,
gag
dude.
or something like that.
The worst effect in there for me was after he got hit with the arrow and it like glitched, kind of like what a VHS tape.
That
would do.
was kind of I don't know why they did that. It did
He
not
was
look
all
that
arched
good.
over like a dinosaur.
That was more so like what happens when I fucking slam my elbow against the corner of a table.
What, you start glitching out like a video game? But the no clip against Gary's mod? What's happening?
I'm gonna buy you a sweater.
Or stub your toe.
You stub your toe and you just fucking system reset.
What, you're gonna start clipping into the back rooms? What?
You're gonna buy the sweater and
I'm gonna wear it around town to see if anyone recognizes it.
no, because I have what very little faith I have in the Tri-Cities. Very little.
I will say,
Like the majority of people I tolerate in the Tri-Cities are in this room right now.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
We have a majority brain power that's higher than that of the Tri-Cities.
The Cry Cities.
Yeah.
Man, they do be crying a whole lot over here.
Yeah, we did.
But
He was crying.
no-
There you go.
They cried
No
when
one
they
is-
cried when they ran out of food at McDonald's and shot it up. Man,
No
come
one
on.
is going to recognize that sweater. I will put $50 on.
They will legitimately
no one
think you went to
recognizes
Priest
that
College.
If they do recognize, look, I'll put another $50 on it. Yeah, if they do not recognize that sweater, yeah, that's how much I bet. If someone does, I'll be flabbergasted.
Better yet,
I would just be like,
wear a Raptor mask with that sweatshirt. I bet they still won't know.
Take a video footage of that man and tell them you know this shirt, and they'll be like, "That's Velocipastor, baby. I know it anyway."
Oh my god!
If anyone answered with that, like, yeah, that's like the Velocipastor. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I'll give
Bolo
you-
is making $100.
Yeah, I'll throw in another $50 too. I'll throw in another 50 because I don't believe no one will ever recognize that movie here. Not here.
You try to make $100?
I mean, I found it, but I was looking for shitty movies to start.
Oh, I've already got a list of that. I've got. If you really want to punish these boys with what you and I have done, we will do Dahmer versus Gacy next year.
I don't know.
You thought that this movie had piss poor budget? This was literally a college project.
It looks like it was filmed on a lot of our work.
Really?
Yes.
In some scenes.
What?
Like that CG.
Like from Tritech and all that?
Like, bro, there was like
Or like Oxark's like parking lot or
There was
something
like
that.
birdemic
I
level
think like
CG shit
trifecta
in there.
effects. The trifecta effects were pretty bad. My brother still has his DVD from when they made all the effects.
I
with
saw
Thor.
that, yeah.
I would say with Thor and all that.
I've never seen Julian so thin.
Dude, there was a section
It's a bit
of,
thin sentence.
there was a section of Dahmer versus Gacy where the actress who plays the nun in the Conjuring world
Yeah.
is in that movie.
Dahmer versus Gacy.
Yes.
Yes.
She plays a foul-mouthed general that gives the Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 fuck scene of, what, 27 fucks in a minute? Is the exact same thing.
Wait a second. Did Rob Zombie direct this?
No.
That's a lot of fucks.
That's a lot of
No, there's no Sherry Moon Zombie.
Darn it.
Dead.
That's true. It's just like Mila Jovovich. Her husband always directs those movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
If he's not
Paul
directing,
W.S.
if he's not directing, Mila's not going to be in it.
Yeah, Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yep. It's the exact same thing.
Wait, did Paul W.S. Anderson, did he make Ultraviolet?
I don't think
Maybe.
so.
Because, like, if not, then that might be one of the first movies that she was in that he didn't direct.
Zoolander.
Was she in that?
Yes, she was Mugatu's bitch son.
Oh, shit!
That's right, she was.
You're right. God.
So, what did you guys rate the movie?
Honestly, on a horror movie, it's like, I agree with
0.
Kyle, it's like 2.
It is.
A horror movie, it is 0. It's like saying Gears of War is a horror game.
It is
Yeah,
not
it's
directed
not.
by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Okay, alright.
Some dude named Kurt Wimmer who.
Wait, Ultraviolet? That movie sucks!
You didn't like Ultraviolet?
Dude,
Oh,
the
it was
effects
awful, dude.
Dude, do you not remember the effects of that movie? I tapped out halfway through it. It was so fucking bad.
I think of Aeon Flux.
Aeon Flux was better.
The only effect in that movie I liked out of Ultraviolet was when she runs on the side of the wall and starts running upside down. I'm like, okay, that's kind of good.
That is pretty cool.
And that was like during the beginning of the movie. Everything else was piss poor CG.
Fair.
The best effect in Ultraviolet was the fade to black scene right before the credits.
I'll take your word for it. I didn't even hit the credits. I tapped out halfway through.
So, God.
I couldn't stand the CG in that movie. It was so bad.
As a rating of, like, which is
So,
better.
with the usual ratings,
It was
in
on par with
reviews, we have
Annihilation.
the out of 10.
So, this has to be
Do
rated
you
on
go
different-
out of 5, or how do you rate it, Sir Professional?
Professional
It would have to be in a different rating than regular movies, though,
Yeah.
because is it so bad it's good? We know it's a bad movie, but is it a good bad movie?
Our professional bad movie lover, how do you rate this?
Like
I would say
Trashman.
Trashman.
it's a good bad movie just because it's one of those ones where I guarantee they tried to make a bad movie and they like Things Killing. They tried to make a bad movie and they succeeded.
Well, or Love and Thunder, they made a bad movie. They
Or
succeeded.
they tried to make a good movie. That's a different story.
I don't know about that one. Yeah.
Taika Waititi said he wanted to make a bad Thor
Well,
movie.
Taika Waititi needs to be burned at the stake.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, because that movie was really
We
bad.
finally
for you.
agree.
Love and Thunder was
We're coming
really
for
bad.
you.
I would say on a
With our
scale,
fucking Christian ninjas.
I would say the scale is reversed when it's so bad it's good. If you give it a 1, that's a fucking 5. Like,
Honestly, it wasn't the worst movie I've ever watched. That still belongs to Birdemic.
I don't know. You haven't seen Dahmer.
There's a sequel coming out.
You haven't seen
Dahmer
Dahmer
vs. Gacy was
It's
the
not-
longest
Remember, it's
hour
not-
and a half of my life.
It was so bad. Kyle had to keep me awake.
Dr. Squiggles, you have to remember, It's not a sequel. It's going to be a trilogy of Birdemic.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yes, the sequel's been out for like the last 7 years
shit,
or whatever.
You're right.
Yeah.
And dude, even Rachel came home and she questioned our sanity. Because she's like, did he just bite his ass? What the fuck are you watching?
Yeah.
And like, because it was so... It's like if you and I tried to go out and do like Iron Fist level fighting with nom nom ass cheeks, gay jokes, and serial
Ninjas.
killers, and ninjas, mystical katanas, drunk hillbilly who's being told what to do by God, who's voiced by Harlan Williams, the weird dude who breaks the Butterfinger bars for the accountant and employee of the month.
So wait, are you saying this is a movie or?
This is a movie. And it's down here.
So I thought this was like a late 2000s YouTube film.
No, this is a movie.
Well,
That's only one scene.
That sounds like a late 2000 YouTube film.
No,
Honestly, it
this
does.
movie.
Like, I know, but I'm saying you not hear like what you're describing. It sounds like an early 2000s YouTube film.
Yeah.
Like, I'd expect this shit on like fucking Machinima or something like that.
Yes.
Something. Smosh. I don't know.
Yeah.
All the stuff he's describing happens in one scene.
And let's not talk about the retarded Lenny-esque serial killer who murders people with corn cobs.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
His main weapon of choice is corn cobs.
And he's described as like the Weapon X.
Yeah.
He's like the ultimate killer who's unstoppable. Yeah. Bruh.
When you've beaten out Grudge versus The Ring, honestly, Grudge versus The Ring was really fun.
It was very slow, but it was still
Entertaining.
decent.
It was
What
basically like those versus movies that you have, like Freddy versus Jason or something like that. It was just like anime fight scenes.
Honestly, it was the Japanese equivalent of Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the American version was Freddy vs. Jason.
They
the
merged
Japanese
together at
was
the end and become the unholy evil.
Right, that was the only difference. They became the unholy evil.
This one actually ends in a for real fight to the death.
Okay.
I can tell you that. And government, clones, serial killers, military weapons, Jurassic World, but serial killers.
I don't even know what you just said. I don't even want you to re-say it. Please
I don't even want you to reset.
don't. That was too many tags
I have
in one
fallen,
sentence.
and I choose not to get up.
You do too many tags in there. That didn't even sound like a real thing.
Hashtag
well, that's what that-
hashtag
That's what this whole movie is, man. It is
Hashtag
a real
anime
thing.
fight, hashtag X-Men, hashtag...
like almost
Hashtag LGBTQ.
because every 10 minutes of the movie they cut to a news anchor trying to catch you up on what the fuck just happened.
Yeah,
like you
literally.
didn't just watch what the hell was going on.
Because they know that you can't follow this fucking movie.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, even Jax wasn't in the fucking room. He didn't want to be near any of us while we were watching this. He's like,
Duke
nah,
in the room?
no.
No.
He knew better too.
Jax took Duke to the other room. He just hauled him away like Marmaduke to the cat. Just like, all right, let's go.
Duke's trying to come out and hang out with his dad, and Jack's like, nah, man.
No, we're going in here. We're listening to white noise.
Trust
hear
me,
that?
man, you don't want none of that.
You hear that computer tower in the other room? Maybe listen to that for 2 hours.
Oh my god, dude.
That fucking movie.
The last 5 minutes that Rachel saw, she's like, that is the shittiest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I paid for that movie.
He bought it off Amazon.
Oh, God.
$7 is what that movie cost
$7?
me. It's $7.
This was $3, and I enjoyed myself in this movie a lot more.
$7 to me was me paying their budget.
I mean, that would have been like 0.1% of their budget. So yeah, you're not wrong.
I would say for shit tier movies I've seen, Dahmer vs. Gacy is the worst. I'll put for ratings, Dahmer vs. Gacy is like as bad as it gets.
Well, we have to save that for another review. Like,
Well, see, here's-
No, I'm giving you a scale.
Oh, okay.
Dahmer versus Gacy would be the lowest.
I would say
Lamageddon's the high winner. Mid tier,
is like
we could say Velocipastor.
Because it's like that, it's bad, but like it's starting to get to the point where it's self-aware like Lamageddon. Because Lamageddon's super self-aware. It knows what it is. It knows what the fuck
I
it is.
guarantee it's same budget.
But
Probably lower, probably.
well,
I
no,
don't
because
know.
Lamageddon was also a college
Oh, it
project.
was.
So it's,
But it was-
it's both sides of the spectrum. Bad college
But-
movie, good college movie.
But it was a college movie project done in the city that the city was willing to help make it.
True.
Which is why Taco Bell was on the thing.
Yep,
Yeah.
Taco Bell was one of the special thanks. They ended up getting a llama from a farm that was just around the corner.
That was Luis the Llama.
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Or Louis the Llama, sorry.
Yeah. Still.
I hope they didn't pay anyone for that last song.
I think that was How We Doing. Like,
I hope that wasn't how
that was
Which
just
is-
them doing the movie.
Which is the director of that film? How
director,
We Do
producer, and I think writer.
Yeah.
Writer,
His
editor,
literal
director,
name is
producer.
How We Doing.
How We Doing.
HOWIE.
H-E-W-I-N. How we doing?
Yeah.
How We Doing.
He tries to hide his identity, but he puts himself on the news. when they were like, "Yeah, the llama's local."
I mean, honestly, looking at that, how they made the movie, it looked like they had a lot of fun.
Dude, Llamageddon is one of those movies where you can have fun with your friends. It's a drinking game movie.
Definitely.
This movie's also a fun one to watch with people who've never seen it. Just because of the ridiculous.
I mean, we had the weirdest reactions to this fucking movie because there's plot holes, there's things that go nowhere, but it had a straightforward plot to where it needed to go. But it knew that it was fucking ridiculous because no one's gonna take a fucking pastor raptor serious.
No, I remember watching the trailer for this movie when it was first announced. Mm-hmm. I was so excited. I thought it was gonna be a good movie. I was like, well,
Like a werewolf type movie or something.
Yeah, maybe a B tier. Let's make a decent attempt at this movie. And I watched it. The first 5 minutes.
It's like this in
VFX.
F tier.
Car on fire here. I was like, oh, I'm looking for a good
This is great. It's like Naked Gun mixed with a fucking
Oh,
monster
that's what
movie.
this is.
I'm looking for a good time.
Dude, Naked Gun's just too good though. Naked Gun
It's
is
like
way
the
better than
category of
this.
its own.
Well, remember,
Yeah.
you may have been asleep for the umpteenth time last night.
Sorry.
But I was telling him, Naked Gun's getting a remake
Oh shit!
Oh,
Was
it
that
is.
Leslie Nielsen?
with Liam Neeson.
I think that's the joke, is that because it sounds
sound
almost
similar?
exactly like
They honestly have kind of the same cadence though. Like in a lot of their movies, they kind of talk similarly. I could see it.
Yeah, but do you
Quite
think he can
drastically
handle the
different.
humor?
I would say
That's where I get into
because Liam Neeson has a drastically different role than Leslie Nielsen in most of his movies.
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing: is that Leslie Nielsen, primarily back in when he was in his prime time for acting, he was mostly in romantic movies.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
But he had never done a comedy movie before, so they asked him to play it off super serious. That's why his dead bad humor is so funny.
See, and Liam Neeson's always in a lot of action films, at least from what I've seen personally.
That's about 90% of his resume, yes.
Exactly.
what was
So
it?
do you think he'll ever do the humor of that right? I don't think so, since
There's
they're in a
one-
lot of action films.
There's one thing that I saw with Liam Neeson where I think that he would be able to do that. I think it was, he was on the Jimmy Kimmel show or something like that.
Uh-oh.
Jimmy Kimmel, or it was fucking. I can't remember. It was a late night show, and he goes on there, and they're doing a parody of Taken. And the parody is I have a special set of skills. He's like, oh, what are those skills? He's like, what? He's like, yeah, what skills do you have? Juggling, first year Spanish.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, it's like that sort of humor. I can kind of see. It's like, okay, he can get in that territory, kind of like the dry
but it's
humor.
not gonna be-
He's in the same cadence
But,
too.
but it's not going to be Naked Gun though.
Yeah.
No, it won't be.
Because
Need
Naked Gun,
O.J. Simpson for that.
Because Naked Gun is backed up by also a lot of visual gags too.
Yeah.
Which I don't
A
think.
lot of those visual gags I don't think would pass today.
And I don't think Liam Neeson can pull that off. I think still my favorite bit from that whole movie is near the end of it when the guy takes a hostage. Oh, so it's gonna be like that, huh? He just takes a random person just walking by, also has him as a hostage. I think that's my favorite bit when they're having to shoot out the fucking baseball stadium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so it's gonna be like that, huh? Strangle
They both have
random-
hostages.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you're the worst agent ever.
My favorite scene is the driving instructor when she goes the wrong way on the road, and then the fucking semi driver's cussing her out, just extend your hand, extend your middle finger. Then he's just wide eyed, just.
Wait, huh?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
It's
she's
an excellent execution.
just an ultra violent driver.
I would love to review Naked Gun, but I know that we're all gonna say that we loved it because it's so fucking great.
It's great, man.
It's a great
It
movie.
is.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
You've never seen Naked Gun?
No.
Oh. So now we gotta show you something.
Well, hold on.
We gotta show you that
hold
and
on,
Captain.
hey, hey.
Well, let's say hold on. We gotta show him that and Captain Underpants.
Yes.
He doesn't seen that either.
Even though he looks like Principal Crab?
Kind of.
Close. Without the beard. Just shake your beard. You'll be there.
But you're in separate classes.
But, have you seen Airplane? What? Have you seen Airplane?
Oh god.
No.
I haven't either. I've seen Soul Plane.
Well, guess what we're doing next weekend on a new spin-off of movies that can't be made today.
Yeah, no joke.
For sure. Yeah. There's a lot of movies that cannot be made today with the old type of humor.
Like my men.
That's where that line comes from. I've heard that.
Or like
so
you have
many
a
times.
stewardess like that translates jive to like all the other passengers.
To the old brothers.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
Two
these two guys
black
that are just
guys
talking
speaking
jive,
jive
and then
to
there's like
each
a
other, and
white
one of them
stewardess
gets,
that's
like-
just like starts talking jive, translating and everything. It's
Because one of
super
them's
funny.
getting food poisoning from the fish that he had, and another old pastor, like Cloris Leachman old, starts talking to him in jive, and he's like, "Man, you fucking turkey ass, you don't understand what the fuck's going on, you old white crockety bitch." And I'm like, "What the dude? This movie, it's about as funny as the underwater bar fight."
Oh yeah, that's another one. Top secret.
Top Secret.
Top Secret.
Yes.
There's a movie called Top Secret, and they have an underwater bar fight, which is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, what happens
It's
is
like an old west saloon under the water or something. They get
It's-
thrown off a bridge, and then just for some reason there's a bar at the bottom of the fucking river.
and they're just fighting underwater the whole time.
I mean,
It's really
there was
good.
that bar fight in Airplane, too, after they get done dancing with each other.
Yeah, you're right.
Right when Steve Guttenberg takes off his coat and slams it off like in Grease, and then some dude throws the back at him.
I gotta ask, have you seen Starship Troopers?
No, I've heard of it.
That'll be a fun one to review.
I've seen that. I've
If
seen
you want to
the-
get close to a Warhammer film, that's a Warhammer film.
I've seen the giant bugs from Starship Troopers. That's
Yeah.
my knowledge. I forget. Isn't that also the line that?
I'm doing my part.
Where it's
Yep.
she's scared. Isn't that come from Starship
I think so.
Troopers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts his hand on her hand and he's like, she's scared! And everyone claps or something like
Neil Patrick Harris is a fucking like sidekick Nazi.
Yeah.
Yep.
that. Huh.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's such a good. I fucking love that movie.
The infantry unit made me the man I am today. Shakes his hand with a fucking like robot hand.
With no legs.
No legs, fucking robot hand, scarred to shit face.
Alright, so ultimately to end this video off on, are we all kind of saying mid-tier?
Mid-tier
If we
good
had,
bad movie. Yeah.
if we had to give it a letter grade,
Give it like a C.
it'd be a C minus, C average.
I'd say C+, honestly.
I would say, yeah, I'd probably go with C+, being that since we also did watch the 90s show last night, I think the 90s show is probably B to B+. I think Velocipastor falls just a little bit short of that.
Yeah. Then you obviously give it probably what, a B?
I'd say a C. Like I said, I've seen a lot of bad movies.
You watched it like 3 times in the
Yeah,
span of,
24
like,
hours.
You watch it
24
3
hours,
times
yeah.
in 24 hours, you're going to give it a C?
You should be dead.
Yeah. In all honesty,
You've
man,
overdosed on super cocaine.
The raptor poison is in your veins.
in all honesty, I would probably have to give it at least a C minus. It kept my attention decently enough. It was odd where it needed to be. Sometimes they hit it too out of left field. It's still something that I would say, yeah, I watched, and I would publicly say it, as opposed to like the Cat in the Hat.
Not necessarily like a guilty pleasure movie. It's
Don't
just,
you fucking defend the Cat in the Hat.
Oh, come on, though.
Cat, you tell.
What's about it? Oh, I see. I've chopped it off. That's interesting because son of a bitch. Look, I'm not saying we're gonna sue. I'm just saying we have a case. We'll talk later. Next time.
You're just there to tell me you didn't want a cupcake and Nata?
No.
Okay, well, I mean, like the fucking like they're done.
And
The horrible. Who wants them? Who wants them?
If you want to review that movie or watch it again,
I'll watch
fine.
it again. I'll watch it again.
I'll put up with it and put out my 2 cents, but
It's no The Grinch Stole Christmas, but I still love
That one
it.
genuinely,
God tier, dude.
It is.
that one genuinely is good. Honestly,
That's what I'm saying. It's no The Grinch Stole Christmas, but man, it's still pretty good. I like that.
I mean, it's not the Grinch, it's not the Lorax, it sure as hell ain't anything else in Dr.
Horton Hears a
Seuss's
Who.
lore. They
Well,
wish.
Horton Hears a Who I think is lower than Cat in the Hat.
Yes.
What? I honestly think that. Honestly.
Even the Lorax for me was lower than Cat in the Hat.
What?
So I don't remember much from Horton Hears a Who,
I
but
like the Lorax a little bit more.
I would
but-
say I haven't seen the Lorax, but from what I remember from Horton Hears a Who, it was decent. You know, it's not bad.
They weren't bad movies, but like,
Exactly. There's nothing
How are you
terribly
going to
wrong with it.
shame the song Everybody Needs a Thneed? How are you going to insult Rob Riggle being a mayor who's like 8 inches tall Yosemite Sam size with like discotheque bowl cuts saying "Let it die, let it die,
let it shrivel up and die."
Letting everyone run out of oxygen, not giving a damn about anyone else. Danny fucking DeVito, how are you going to say the Lorax is lower than Cat in the Hat? Mike Myers ain't mean dick in the last 20 years, dog.
Hey, I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees, and for some fucking reason, they're speaking Vietnamese.
Okay, I will say, out of the Let It Die song, the only thing I've seen out of that was on Twitter, where someone pointed out, I was like, why does it look like he's shrinking when he's singing the song?
Let it die. Every clap, he's like getting smaller.
Yeah, it does like he's progressively getting smaller. He's not scooting into the background, he's just getting smaller and smaller. It's like, man, he looks... He's like Captain Underpants. He got hit with a shrink ray. Now he's just small.
Dude, it's
Clever idea, folks.
plus, again, Mike Myers ain't had shit in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
The last good movie Mike Myers fucking had was Wayne's World 2.
Huh?
I'll say it.
Excellent.
Goldmember? Excellent.
What about it?
Fantastic movie.
What?
Oh, you didn't like Goldmember?
You didn't like Goldmember?
Austin Powers.
I'm well aware.
Really?
Bruv.
Did you like the second one better?
Yes.
Okay.
The first two were fantastic movies.
Goldmember was fantastic as well.
It was a movie of all time. Yeah.
I like Goldmember for different reasons.
Really?
It retired and reused every single trope from the first two movies. It wasn't original at all.
They had
You had
Beyonce.
Michael Myers playing yet another fucking shitty person. I'm like, cool. Dude,
We had
Eddie
Master
Murphy
Effect.
did this once. Cool. The Nutty Professor was good. Nutty Professor 2 was
I will say
okay.
it goes down now. Like, it goes down in score for me now because they make a reference to Jared as a positive.
The Subway guy.
Well, that was before
Like, Jared, I lost 180 pounds.
I mean,
that was.
I do have a lot of
before
excess
all the
skin,
allegations,
though.
I mean, that would be, you could have said the same thing with, I'm throwing a totally different show in here, Smiling Friends, if they got Chris Chan on for it.
Yeah.
Because
that was like right before
I was saying, yeah, because
accusations.
when that would have aired, that would have been right before the allegations became public. Because the allegations were private at that time, but then they would have became public like
After
6
the
months
fact,
later after the show would have come out.
Right.
And
that was before he got arrested, right?
Exactly. And that's what people have been like, ooh, that's a bad look for Smiling.
So I'm glad that they got the guy that sounds like Chris Chan, but they didn't actually get the real
Yeah,
guy.
exactly.
They're making a reference, and it plays into the allegations as well. He's a grease puddle.
Yeah.
Well, about me, grease puddle. I could have done it.
Well, did you?
Well, no, but I could have.
Is this supposed to make me not want to kill myself?
I always forget that there's a bunch of family tension over here during the holiday.
Shotgun shell.
I'm sorry. I've ruined it. I'm sorry.
Smiling Friends, what a great show.
I still can't believe our friend Big C has not seen that until that point.
Seriously,
We
he's
had-
obsessed
we
with
had
Adult
to-
Swim shows.
Yeah,
We had
we were
to
talking
sit him
about
down
it.
and force him to watch almost every
Yeah,
episode.
we were talking
And
about
then
it.
he was
I've never
laughing
seen
by
that
the
show.
end.
I was like, what are you talking about? Even Pretty Kitty, I don't think she saw it. She's like, what are we watching?
Well, no, she's seen me watch it. I know she's seen you watch it. She is aware of it, but she hasn't paid attention to it because it's not what she's really
We were
into.
watching you at fucking work.
Yeah,
I would say
I do that too.
she was.
I was
getting some-
watching this files that CJ gave to me.
I would say, but she was getting some giggles at the end of it.
Yeah.
She was laughing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not her favorite show, but like she
No.
admits that some of the jokes are actually pretty funny.
When we were watching the shrimp episode, she was laughing.
How do I look, yellow man?
It looks like you're about to tell your friend not to come to school tomorrow.
Classic.
Get some lights in here.
Crushing his spine with the barbell. Yeah, that got Pretty Kitty pretty good. She was laughing when it got that way.
Or when the dude just takes out a piece of shrimp. I am not good with confrontation.
Yeah.
I am scared of confrontation.
Cooked shrimp.
Like, dude, her name is Shrimpina. How
She would
do
be
you
a
mess this
shrimp.
up?
I thought it was like one of those
Ironic
things where
things.
she was actually a human the whole time.
It just had
like,
the
no,
name
you need to get glasses. It's a major problem, man. I know. I'm going in on
Like,
one
dude,
day.
there's no cafe at 305. You went to 308.
You went to the wrong place. So where's my shrimpina? I don't know. At home? Probably at home.
Oh, probably home.
So,
Do you like
Thanks,
Mouse
Mouse
Quest?
wait, you're telling me you're a 3'4" shrimp who likes to play Mouse Quest and then wears clothes like that?
And balding?
You're everything I've ever wanted.
I
This is the worst thing you've ever done.
At the spaghetti bar.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't notice that it was like spaghetti in the glasses.
I never caught that.
It was spaghetti in the glass.
It was a spaghetti disco.
How was no one else noticing this? You and I were sitting there like, dude, that's noodles in this glass. All right.
I never.
You didn't look at the glasses. It's a spaghetti disco.
No, I caught the glass. I caught the color. I did not bother to look at the glasses. I was too focused on the characters.
It's basically a cup of marinara and some noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Italian version of cup noodles.
Yeah, fuck. I would pay for that.
What?
Maybe.
I'm like, what?
No, you'll pay. No, you'll pay half a dollar.
I'm just saying I'd go to the spaghetti disco.
No, you'll pay half $1 for cooking with Jack's food for all that salt.
Okay. The Sultan of Salmonella.
The
Yes.
Cooking with Jack show.
Okay, but to wrap it all up,
Wrap it all up.
So we give it a pretty decent review. It's not a terrible movie.
It's an
By
overall,
all means.
with all four of us, you have a C average movie. It's worth a watch just to say you've seen it once. And
Watch it with friends.
And if Basura Bob actually gets this sweatshirt, if you notice him out there, help him get gas money. He drives a Chevy. He's going to need help.
He will win $100 for free.
But honestly, this is a movie I definitely see you watching with friends, just having a good old time, have a few beers or something like that.
It's one of those movies to where you
We
trick
didn't
your
have
friend
this.
into watching.
we just watch it fully sober.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Most
one of
I
those
have
friends
is
where you
coffee.
trick your friends into watching it. It's like, dude, you got to watch this shit.
I can't imagine it under the influence. That would be a watch.
I tell you
can't talk
what.
about
We watched
show.
Dahmer versus Gacy sober.
Well,
Yeah, and I regret it every day.
I'll tell you what for free.
Fine, next weekend, LSD.
Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what. If I was under the influence
Everything we say
at all,
is a joke, we're not allowed.
I'll tell you what for free. If I was under the influence at all, I'd be asleep fast.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the space cake. I mean, well, you were awake for most of that, never mind.
Yeah.
That's a different story, okay? But knowing my
You were
mom,
unaware.
knowing my mom, the way how I act with her, we fall asleep to anything.
Facts.
Yeah, fair.
And
I mean, I was falling asleep
Just
like on
shake
the
and fall
floor.
asleep to anything.
I'm a rock.
I mean, I fell asleep to the loudest showing of Rocky Horror Picture Show. I can sleep to anything, and, that was in a metal fold-up chair.
So at our local,
I got comfy in a metal fold-up
Oh,
chair.
at the con, he fell asleep.
our local comic
Yes.
convention, RadCon,
It was a
had
metal
a
folding chair.
showing of Rocky Horror
I can
Picture
sleep
Show,
in
like
anything.
classic showing. They had the movies, they had people in costumes, the whole shebang. We didn't know what we were getting into. I heard about the movie. I didn't know about the midnight showings. So we took him to go see it because he'd never seen it before, and that was interesting. And he was kind of dozing in and out the whole
The
time
theater experience was ruining for me.
because we didn't know the movie at the time, so we didn't know the theater experience. Knowing it now and watching the movie, honestly, I think I would have had a better time.
Dude, you want to have a better time? Go to the Out and About. Because they have drag queens reenacting the movie in real time.
That sounds more fun.
That was-
That's what was ruining it for me. I couldn't enjoy the film because everyone was screaming at the top of their lungs during the movie. And I'm like, who's saying what now? It was like the fucking 90s show all over again. And the volume was all the way up here, and everyone talking. If I was talking to shit, I'd be like, what is everyone saying? I can't understand. It's like,
Well,
I could understand that damn thing how the whole show.
With the drag queen show, they were mouthing the words. You got to hear the movie.
Okay, that's
They were
different.
acting along with it and dancing to the music and whatever.
That sounds like really fun. It's basically a stage play.
Well, it was only like $5. I'm like, $5, fuck it.
So it's a stage play while they're doing a silent film while the actual film's playing in the background. Now,
Yeah.
that sounds more enjoyable.
Yes.
Yes.
For $5,
I'd watch
see
it.
drag
I'd watch
queens
that
and
for
I got
$1.
drunk as fuck off Skittles. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I might enjoy.
I'd get a
enjoy
gummy
it
bear
more.
too.
Those Skittle drinks, dude, those are unbeatable.
So apparently I need to go to the Out and About because apparently they got some really fun shit out there.
Yes, they do. But in closing, because we need to get this thing out because it's after 3 now.
Yes.
We only have him on rented time.
Yep.
So
We rented Basura Bob for a limited time of 5 hours?
But so,
Yeah.
his fiance said it was okay. We had to get it approved.
I mean, to be fair, my wife said it was okay too.
Well, your wife's okay with whatever. Plus, she's here. She can't say shit.
Yeah.
Whereas Rachel, she's like fucking Batman. She'll find out. Sometimes she's a scary woman.
There's a reason why we couldn't get him on board for a lot of the D&D quests.
yeah.
We'll get back to that. But overall, worth the shot. Say you've seen it. If he buys the sweater, you know what to do. I'm Bat Guy.
I'm Handsome Cat.
Basura Bob.
Dr. Squiggles?
Stay poppin'.